Hi berries, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having an amazing week. I know I am. So I just recreated the most delicious homemade fudge brownies. The recipe was actually taken from the Instagram account Bee Cooking Story. It's run by a very close friend of mine. Her name is Basant, and her channel has a wide range of simple homemade recipes with everything from pastries to chicken and meat and other delicious treats that you and your loved ones can enjoy at home. So feel free to check her out later and try out some of her recipes because you won't regret it, trust me. So to find out how I recreated Bee Cooking Story's amazing fudge brownie recipe, please keep on watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel after watching and leave a comment. Thanks! So the first thing I did was to heat water up in a pot and just let it boil for a bit, and then I basically just placed a mixing bowl on the pot, and then I added the butter and the chocolate together to the mixing bowl, and I just stirred until it melted. And basically the chocolate that I chose to use was actually Milka Alpine milk cream chocolates. And the reason I actually chose this brand was, first of all, Basant said I can use any chocolate I want, so that's what I did. Second of all, I eat Milka chocolate on a daily basis, well, more a weekly basis, but I'm very familiar with the taste. I like the taste, so that's really what I wanted to see reflected in this recipe. I had to do a great deal of mixing until the butter and the chocolate melted together. So let me just say, this part is not for the faint of heart or the faint of arms, because you definitely do need to put your back into it, and your shoulders and your neck and every other part of your body, because I really had to stare quite hard for a long time. Finally, the mixture was starting to look decent, so I went ahead and added the sugar. Now, Bee Cooking Story's recipe actually said to remove the mixing bowl from the pot before adding sugar and mixing. I actually did not do that part. I went ahead and added the sugar while the bowl was still on the pot, but I just kept going and stirring because we have come too far to go back now. I finally got us back on track and finally removed the mixing bowl from the pot, and right now I'm just letting it cool a bit before I start adding other ingredients. I actually did add the vanilla off camera, so I'm just adding what's left in the glass bowl, and I'm just mixing everything together right now. I'm adding the eggs basically little by little, and I'm whisking as well. And let me say, this part was by far the hardest, being like just trying to whisk this. As you can see how hard I am literally struggling. I struggled through this. I actually removed the handle on my whisk. I tried to use another whisk at some point. That did not work. I just had to work with it. But eventually it all paid off because I added a little more eggs into the mixture. It actually caused it to become smoother as I whisked. So along the line, it did get easier. After mixing in the 4 eggs into the mixture, I went ahead and put in some flour. I actually mixed in around half a teaspoon of salt into the flour off camera. So in here is actually a mixture of flour with salt. And then for some reason, Be Cooking Story said fold with a spatula instead of a whisk, as if it wasn't already hard enough to stir. We moved from a whisk to a spatula. After getting the mixture ready, I placed some parchment paper inside a cooking tray, and I have to say it was quite difficult laying this paper down. Maybe I needed to use another brand or another type, but I apologize for my poor origami skills. I really struggled with laying this paper down. After I defeated the dreaded parchment paper, I placed the mixture inside the cooking tray, just sliding it out bit by bit. I placed the mixture in the cooking tray and then I just let it bake for about 30 to 35 minutes. Or rather, that's what Be Cooking Story said in her recipe, but I'm a rebel, so I actually let it bake for an extra 10 minutes in there because I do like that crisp. After taking it out of the oven, I did let it cool for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then I started slicing it. I have to say that my results were physically different from Big Cooking Stories. She's a professional, not me, but I did get that crisp result that I wanted. I'm not really a fan of the whole like fudgy mushy taste, which is a paradox because this is fudge brownies. But I definitely wanted a little crisp, which I did get, and I did love the taste. I'm very happy about that. I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed the taste. If you know me, you will know baking is something that I don't usually do. Like, I can cook the house down, but baking is a completely new arena for me. So thank you, Be Cooking Story, for this opportunity.